What's up? We just got back from a shopping spree. We happened to get a $300 state refund. Even though I owed a lot more than that in federal, I did happen to get a refund for state. So this is what we used our money for. This is more important to us right now because of the pandemic, and who knows what's going to happen November 2nd. So let me go ahead and add this to our pantry, and then I'll do a plant-based prepper pantry tour right after and show you everything that we got.
What's up? I'm excited.
Alright, here's my pantry. This used to be my office. And after I saw a video on YouTube, I think it was by David Armstrong, who did a tour of his pantry, he gave me the idea for this one. And this was the best room in the house because this vent is the first one that pushes the AC out. I'm keeping this pantry, right now it's at 60, but I want to keep it lower than 70. That's my goal. And so far so good, as long as I have electricity. Alright, what I'm going to do is start over here. This rolling rack was done by David Armstrong, I believe. I'll put the link down below. Got the idea from him. So watch his video if you're interested in creating one of these. And then watch mine after, because I had to make some modifications to it. I didn't do it exactly like him. I used 1x3s instead of 2x4s, and I recommend that because you don't need it that heavy. This is strong enough. And you want more of a gap between these in order to put your cans in. I ran this all the way to the wall because I have a smaller room than him, and I had to make sure these do not go all the way to the wall either, so I had to adjust for that in order to fit the cans in here. If you don't make these wide enough, you'll have a problem like I did, especially down here. The number 10 cans did not fit at first, so I had to make some corrections to this. Another thing I wish I would have done was made this another number 10 can, because now I have dehydrated bell peppers and onions right here, and then I have tomato powder right here. We haven't used these yet. We're going to try some recipes and let you know how it turns out, but everything in this pantry is 100% plant-based or vegan, except for a few items that have honey in it. I'll point those out to you as I go, but if I don't mention that, everything you see here is vegan or 100% plant-based. In order to change this to a number 10, I just have to take out the middle divider here, and then I'll have 3 number 10s on the bottom, which I may do. But I'm just going to highlight some things. I'm not going to go through it in detail because it'll take too long, and I don't like watching videos that way myself. So just the main things that I want to point out to help you guys is, first is peanut butter. Definitely a staple. Lots of calories to sustain you and your family. And you have to know how much you go through as a family. So we are a family of 4, and we go through one of these a month. So I want this to at least keep us fed for at least a year. So we need 12 of these. So I have 11 now, and we buy them on sale. We got these for $5 each. It was $4.99. We have one in the kitchen. So whatever you see here, we also have some in the kitchen. And this is a rotating pantry. So once we get it full, it doesn't mean that we stop shopping. We want to keep this pantry completely full so that in an emergency, in a pandemic, if there's food shortages, if there's inflation, civil unrest, we don't want to go out, that we can live here without having to leave the house for a year and have enough food to do it. That's the goal, that's the plan. So we want to rotate the food out and continuously replace it and have it for an emergency. Alright. Next, some of these items, most of the canned items will last you for 2 to 3 years, but there's some that have a year expiration. They say that they will even last after the expiration. I'll know that when I get to that. We always mark with a black Sharpie the dates, because you cannot see the stamps sometimes on these cans and they wear out. So it's always good to just see the dates that you have on here. We also recommend that you get yourself some reading glasses. Take these with you to the store. We have different kinds and different magnifications. This is, I think, a 1 or 1.5. Just depends. Try them out. You're going to need those because when you go and look at the ingredients, they are making them so small that you cannot read. So that's what we do. My wife always has those reading glasses on her, and when we go shopping, she uses them to make sure there's no meat or dairy products in them. Especially dairy, they throw out all kinds of different words and sneak it in with casein, whey, lactose, and sometimes they try to fake you out by saying lactose free. It doesn't mean there's no dairy in it. So you just want to know what to look for and make sure. And then since we've been plant-based for so long, we know what to look for, and we just know what to grab now most of the time off the shelf. Some of these are luxury items. Luxury item in a pandemic or if an emergency where we have to stay home, this is not a necessity. This is not a necessity. These are luxury items. I like having a bang before and during my workout. Luxury item. So just know that not all of these are really necessary for emergencies. This right here only has a shelf life of 4 months anyway, so we're not going to stock up too much on this vegan mayo. We only buy it when it's on sale. We know how to make our own also. That will last a week. Most of this will be familiar to you because you see these all the time. The only difference is that when we buy vegetables or soups, we make sure there's no dairy in it. And you'll be surprised that just because it says vegetable soup doesn't mean there's no meat or dairy in it. Same thing with vegetarian beans. You still have to check the ingredients. Not all of them. Just because they say vegetarian or vegetable doesn't mean they're dairy free. This one I know it is for sure, so we stocked up on this one. This is a new one we saw. We're going to try it out, see if we like it first. And jackfruit. For a meat substitute, we use this to make carne asada tacos. We can also use use it as like a barbecued pulled pork sandwich. Make sure you get the young green jackfruit because it is a fruit, and when you get the young green one, there's no sugar in it, so it's not sweet. Get it in brine or water, not syrup, because syrup is sugar. This is sugar-free the way it is. We put it in a food processor. It shreds up like chicken. Marinate it, carne asada sauce or barbecue sauce, and we'll grill it. And it's a great meat replacement without a lot of calories, without sugar, and you prepare it the way you want. First time buying number 10 cans, thanks to Alaska Prepper. Not all of these are plant-based. There's only like a handful that are, so we bought the ones that are vegan or plant-based. Tomato powder, dehydrated bell peppers, and dehydrated onions. And we're going to make some recipes with these and try it out and let you know how it is. Garbanzo beans is a good one to have too. You can make your own hummus. We started buying salsa in the can. It lasts longer, and a lot of these just have a pull top. You can just take this with you. And this pantry is awesome because when we went on vacation not too long ago, we just came in here, grabbed some salsa, grabbed the peanut butter, and it went with us to the hotel. And you know, we didn't have to go shopping. It's just really convenient. Now, let's talk about my cleaning products up here. It's very hard to find cleaning products nowadays, so you have to learn how to make your own. I did that online, and all it takes to kill bacteria and virus is rubbing alcohol. Now you can find this at Ralph's, the 70%. It's hard to find the 91 and 99%, but you want at least 70%, and you'll need yourself some glycerin. You can find glycerin this way, or you can find it in the little bottles. And all I did was put this with some glycerin and some essential oils, and you spray it or you pour it in one of these or whatever you have, and that's enough to make your hand sanitizer. You don't have to buy these $5, $10 hand sanitizers that have 70% alcohol if you can find this. Now it's hard to find these because a lot of people caught on these are out of stock. Same thing, this is just expensive. So we're making our own now using 99%. We just dilute it down to what we need it to be, and we have glycerin here. We ordered these on Amazon. If you want to know the link, I'll give it to you. It is a lot more expensive than this. It's about twice as much. So if you can find these, it's a lot cheaper. And as we find them, we buy them. Lysol you can't find anymore because everybody knows about Lysol and it kills bacteria and viruses also. Now this does too. You can find plenty of these at Home Depot and Lowe's. And this is on the EPA list that kills the coronavirus also. So this will work just as good as this, but a lot of people don't know about this. Look for that brand. Or go online, go to the EPA website and search for cleaning products. These are just convenient to have. The wipes, Lysol, you can spray these cans, wipe down stuff with it. It's just very convenient, and that's why a lot of people want these products right now. They're in demand, just out of the convenience of it. But if you can make your own, you can use this in a spray bottle also. It's just as good. Our bathroom supply is right there. The goal for storage bins is to have a little bit of everything in these storage bins so that in an emergency where we have to get out quick, let's say there's a fire, we could just grab and go. So hopefully I can fill these with a little bit of everything. We just grab these and we'll have what we need instead of trying to search when the time comes. Over here we've got freezer bags, sandwich bags. I always like the easy zipper kind, and some sponges, stuff, some more wipes. But we can make our own wipes with shop towels. So get yourself some shop towels and you can make your own wipes. So after we're done with these, we're going to save the containers and we use our same cleaning supplies right here and make our own wipes out of the shop towels. You can find out how to do that on YouTube. Bathroom tissue. You have to know how much each person in your family goes through on a weekly basis. The average online says 1 roll of toilet paper per week per person. That's 52 rolls per person. So we would need, in a household of 4, 52 times 4, 208 rolls of toilet paper to last this year. We're not quite there yet. This whole shelf will be filled with that, or we'll have some in the bins. And then we also have paper towels. We're still figuring out how much we go through right here. But it does seem like if you don't ration the paper towels, the things that you should be, you will go through them more because they're so convenient, right? So make sure you ration them. All right, let's go one shelf at a time over here. We've got our pastas. Simple, just buy your pastas as much as you can, store it this way, or you can get some containers, store your food. This right here, healthy stuff, chia seeds, lentils, quinoa, and some soups down there, dry soups that we can make our own soups or chilies in a crock pot and have some healthy ingredients in there, and protein. This is the only pancake mix that I found that is vegan or plant-based, so we're going to try it for the first time. I want one of these anyway, log cabin, so it's perfect. See how it tastes. I usually make my own pancake mix, but with everything else that we're making from scratch, it just saves us some time. Idaho potato flakes. If you haven't thought about prepping with those, I encourage you to do so. Their website says that they last over 20 years. I ordered them online, I forgot where. I'm getting 50 pounds delivered, and I'm probably going to have to store them in buckets. So I'll have to get 3 more buckets, but if they last that long, that will take care of our potatoes right there. All you do is add water. You can add some butter. So anything that you can just add water to and eat is perfect for hiking, road trips, or when you have to take with you, because you can put them in baggies like that. Who can live without snacks? Now there are vegan snacks and there's plant-based snacks, and the difference to me, some have honey. This one has honey. It's one of my favorite flavors right here. So I do buy that when it's on sale. I think I get them when they're about $1.99. They're usually $3.99. Kettle popcorn, vegan, and it was only 99 cents. Oreos were on sale. This is not a necessity, it's a luxury, and we don't eat it that often. So when we have a sweet tooth or a craving, we'll snack. But it's really rare that we do. Like this right here, these two, has probably lasted us 2 months already. My protein shakes, I work out and I do use creatine, and the Orgain is our favorite. We have some of these other ones left over that we tried, but organic is definitely our favorite back there. And we tried some soy versions of powder, which is also good to have in case you want to make your own soy milk if you run out. Let's go down here. I just put whatever sauces we have right here. We have vinegar, some oil, and Worcester we found at Smart and Final. We go through Worcester because you need that in order to make your seitan, your meat replacement, which is seitan. If you don't know what seitan is, look it up. It's a great meat alternative, and you need Worcester sauce, you need soy sauce. This is our A1 sauce. It's only 99 cents, has the same exact ingredients, saves money. So we're using these instead. That goes to my freezer right here. I'll explain that and show you that last. So we buy soy sauce in the big containers and the Worcester back there, and we used to buy this size right here, but we go through them too fast, so we save money by buying the larger size. This is an absolute great tasting, sugar-free, diabetic friendly barbecue sauce, but it's expensive. We like and prefer the Weber original barbecue sauce, but we cannot find it anywhere anymore. The Weber was only about, I think, $2, $2.99. This was $6.99 at the store. I didn't pay that. I paid $4.99 for it, but now it's at $6.99. So we will not be buying more of this unless the price goes down. And if I can find Weber, I prefer the Weber original. Some other, some ketchup, the all natural kind, mustard, stuff like that. So, you know, the mayonnaise that I showed you over here is a luxury item. Perfectly happy just using mustard, a lot cheaper. The only Top Ramen that is vegan is the brand that is called Top Ramen, and it's the soy sauce or the chili. So whenever we see those, we buy those two flavors because those are the only two that are vegan. They do not have MSG in it, so you don't have to worry about it. Here's some more Cliff Bars and stuff that we got. We always like these containers when we buy food. We try to keep them and save them for organizing our pantry. Vegan jerky. Can you believe it? This stuff is really good. And it's really inexpensive. And it'll last us a year because we ration it. So this we use on road trips, backpacking, stuff like that. Or as a snack. It's not something we eat every day. Or I open up one of these a week. Here's all of our baking stuff. This is a egg replacer. We use applesauce for that. We also have a bunch of recipes that we tried. So we have a lot of ingredients and a lot of different types. So for example, how many sugars we've got. We've got erythritol, real sugar, date sugar, coconut sugar, potato flour, potato starch, lecithin right there, agar-agar. So we've got everything that we need to try different recipes with. We love these containers. We're going to buy more on Amazon. They got good reviews. And the reason I like containers like this is because if you look at all the space above these shelves, it's a lot of wasted space. Right here, a lot of wasted space. But if you can put things in containers and stack them, you're saving space. So like sugars like this in bags, anything in a bag can go in a container and you can stack them on top of each other. So we're going to continue organizing this and making sure that we utilize as much space as possible. Drinks. Water. We put one of these cases in every car. That way when we leave, we never forget water. And when we run out, we put another one in the car. We're not going to stock up too much with these because these are good for hiking and for traveling. But for home, we use our Berkey or our filter on our fridge. You also definitely want some distilled water because some of your ingredients call for distilled water. But I have this also for my battery bank, for my solar system. So I have to top off my batteries every couple months. I use distilled water for that. We started buying the almond milks that were on the shelf because these have a shelf life of 1 year. So it's really good to have. And if we run through almond milk a lot. So the refrigerated kind is more expensive and we use it up, and then sometimes we have to come to the pantry and get the shelf variety like this, which isn't as tasty in my opinion, but it's good when you add it to recipes and stuff. We don't have too much alcohol. We're not big drinkers. We're more social and weekend types. But when I do drink, I like to add vodka and soda water, and that's why we have soda water on our rolling rack over there. But what we did do was stop buying all of the Simply drinks. We always went with the Simply brand because it's the most natural. The orange juice, the apple juice, the cranberry juice, the lemonade. It got kind of expensive because we were buying it every few days. We'd run out. Instead, I looked online. This is a great substitute right here for apple juice. Tastes just like apple juice. When we went on vacation, we just put some of this powder in here and we had our drinks with us. All you do is add water. Gatorade tastes just like the Gatorade. We got lemonade, Tang, pink lemonade over there. So we started using this, and sure enough, we go through it so much that I'm glad we're saving a lot of money by doing it this way than buying the actual juice. Alright, I told you not everything was vegan. This right here has some honey in it, but this is one of my favorite granolas, and I could buy it in big bags. And since I work out and sometimes I track my food in Chronometer or MyFitnessPal, I put the labels on the containers if I transfer them into these. And the reason I transfer it into these, like I said, so I can stack them and save space. All of our oats, I've got oats there. Wheat gluten is a necessity if you're wanting to eat less meat. It makes a meat substitute. Look up Seitan. All it is a wheat gluten powder, and you need that. You need chickpeas, and what I do is I grind this up into a powder in my Vitamix, and we put these into these containers that are easier to grab. We don't have to open up these buckets as much that way. Another meat replacement that you will need is soy curls. Show you what this looks like. That's all it is. It's dehydrated soy curls. These say they'll last 9 months. They expire in 9 months. One of these buckets lasts us 3 months. We have 2 buckets, so that's 6 months. We could get one more bucket and we can have a 9-month supply of soy curls. This is your chicken replacement. Hydrate this in water for 10 minutes. Flavor it with either soy sauce, sweet and sour sauce, barbecue sauce. Put it in a stir fry, vegetable stir fry. It makes a great Asian dish, and it has the texture of chicken. So this was our replacement right here. When we first tried it, just about a year and a half ago, I can't believe we didn't know about this before that. Another thing, if you're trying to eat more plant-based or vegan, nutritional yeast. Now a lot of vegans take B12 supplements, and I don't know why. If they're eating nutritional yeast, we put this on everything. It's like a cheesy powder, so you can add this to your baked potato. I just throw it in everything, on top of rice, on top of salads. So you add that, you get enough B12, and we use this daily. We put it in a smaller container and we just sprinkle it on everything. And you can see I have 2 of them here because we go through them and we save so much money this way. If you were to go buy the nutritional yeast in the store, you're going to pay about $8 for this. If you buy it like that, you're probably spending about a couple bucks for this instead. So we just refill those containers. And like I said, we go through it, so as a plant-based prepper, you definitely need to buy in bulk. It's just smart to do to save money. It could get expensive if you're just going to the store and buying things, especially when they catch on that you're trying to eat more plant-based. For some reason, the prices go up now. That's why you just buy in bulk and bypass that cost. So down here, we got the chickpeas. Like I said, we make chickpea flour. We have white rice and brown rice. We have white flour and wheat flour. We have coffee down here. We have my seed bank, my survival emergency seed bank. We have more vital wheat gluten, oats, more brown rice. So we put all of these down here that we don't need to get to right away because we transfer them up here. The flours and the gluten, stuff like that. Alright, let me show you what's in this right here and the reason why I bought it. I ordered this back in March before the pandemic, and it didn't get here until a month ago. This one is the best energy efficient chest freezer you can buy. It's from GE. It's only $26 a year, 218 kilowatts. It's about 600 watts a day. I can run it off my solar system, that's why I bought it, but it's not next to it. So I'm keeping it in here for now, but if I need to, in an emergency, I can hook it up, run it off of solar. It is a large size. I'm very impressed. I didn't expect it to be this large, but it is. And let me show you what we use it for so that we can also have food to last us a year in the freezer. These are luxury items as well, but we love Beyond Meat. And when they came out with a 10-pack of Beyond Meat, we went and bought as many as we could. And the whole bottom of this freezer is Beyond Meat. And then right here we have vegan bacon. This is the best vegan bacon you will ever find. I don't know if you can get it anywhere else, but here in SoCal, we drive to the place and we pick it up in bulk. So we have enough vegan bacon to last us a year. We ration this stuff once a week. We don't eat it every day. Like I said, we mostly eat healthier, less processed food, but on the weekends we enjoy Beyond burgers and some bacon. And let me, I don't know if I can do this one hand. I'll just lift it up for you. We got Beyond Meat all the way down there. And we also eat a lot of tofu. That's a staple item. We found some egg rolls that were vegan. They're called vegetable or spring rolls at Smart & Final. So we like both of these. This is the larger roll. These are the other ones, the spring rolls. There's not many ingredients. It's mostly vegetables. And it's perfect. It's 100% plant-based or vegan. You get it at Smart & Final, and there's 2 different varieties. So we definitely use that. Another thing that is mostly vegan or plant-based is the pies, the Claim Jumper pies. All of the berry pies are vegan, and the apple pies. So we always get one of these once a week for dessert. And you can also find the Marie Callender version that is also plant-based or vegan. Another thing we buy are frozen vegetables, because we don't like cutting up all the fresh vegetables all the time. Frozen vegetables have just as much nutrients in it as fresh vegetables. From what I've researched, they freeze the vegetables right away, so it preserves the nutrients. And it saves us a lot of time preparing stuff if we just buy the frozen. And they're cheaper too. It's just 99 cents, I think, for a bag. This is the best whipped cream we could find, Cocoa Whip. This is some seitan that we made last week. I sliced it up into deli slices, and we had more in here. I just freeze it, and then we take them out, let it thaw out, and we use it for sandwiches. And then this was from our garden, the spinach that we harvested in here. Another thing that you should know about is the soy chorizo, the vegetarian. This is the vegan kind, and it's the best version. There's 2 versions out there. This is the one my wife loves the most. So we got about 6 of these. These are about $1.50 each, so they're really inexpensive. Great thing to stock up on. And then you also must have some berries. Strawberries are really good antioxidants, healthy for you. So we always have blueberries, strawberries, and we also have some mangoes, because we always make smoothies. After our workouts, we like making protein smoothies with some fruit in it and some spinach. That's pretty much all I eat now is in my smoothies is spinach and a fruit. So berries, strawberries, and spinach, and our Orgain protein powder. Well, that's it for my freezer. It's a really nice freezer. I love it. It did come dented, but it works. There's a dent in the lower right hand corner, and I'm glad it works. They're hard to get. Those are going out of stock too, especially the GE, this one, because it's the largest that uses the least amount of electricity that I know about. That's affordable. Alright everyone, that completes my tour for today. I hope you gained something from it and learned something. I want to learn from you also, so if you know something that is plant-based or vegan that I don't have here, especially if it stores long-term, let me know. I may add it to my pantry right here. I want to do some meal recipes, maybe some plant-based pantry recipes where we cook our seitan, our soy curls, and our jackfruit. If you want to see those, hit like, let me know in the comments. I want to help you out any way I can. I want to give back to the community. Thank you to all the preppers out there, because this is where I am today because of all of you. So I want to give back, and hopefully I'm helping somebody out there like me, like I used to be. And I have a lot more to learn, so it's not over yet. One thing about prepping is that you're never done prepping, right? That's a fact. So keep prepping. And I'm going to change my slogan a little bit because I had it out of order. I was saying stay safe, stay healthy, because that's what I'm hearing a lot lately. It's out of order. Health should be number one. So I'm going to leave you with this. Stay healthy, number one. Stay safe, and just keep prepping. That's security. All right? So until next time.